I'm Mayor Mike Fournier, and I want to thank you for tuning in to this year's Royal Oak Memorial Day ceremony. While we had to cancel the parade this year, we did not cancel our commitment to honor our fallen. The Memorial Day Parade is a great tradition, but the mission itself is to memorialize our fallen and show respect for all our veterans, and that's what we still intend to do. On behalf of the City of Royal Oak, we want to thank every veteran and every person who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. It's our duty to recognize the sacrifice of those in uniform, whether or not we do it publicly, privately, or online. It's my honor as your mayor to kick off the first virtual Memorial Day ceremony in our city's history. As we the people fight one of the greatest battles of our time versus a terrible disease, let us look to the names behind us of our Royal Oak fallen for the inspiration to get through our own battle. I thank all of you for participating online, and God bless.
Hello friends, it's Reverend Rick Beatty from Unity of Royal Oak here at 2500 Crooks in Royal Oak. I'm honored to be a part of this virtual Memorial Day acknowledgement of those men and women who've given the ultimate sacrifice for us with their lives so that we could be here today. Now I know that this looks really different than any other Memorial Day maybe that you've ever experienced, but we gather right now in this spirit of oneness and community and connection to remember those who gave the ultimate price. My dear friends, In Unity, we have a tradition with this prayer called the Prayer for Protection, which was written to honor service people in World War II, and I think it's appropriate that I share it with you. So as you go into the rest of this day, know that the light of God surrounds you. The love of God enfolds you. The power of God protects you, and the presence of God watches over you. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever they are, God is. And we remember. Thank you so much. Happy Memorial Day.
My name is Art Masucci, brother of Major Martin John Masucci, United States Air Force, shot down in Vietnam, October 1, 1965. And this is my daughter, Amy. Wanted to tell you a little bit about Marty. Joined the Air Force right after he graduated from the University of Detroit. And then he joined the Air Force mainly because he always wanted to fly. He was a young man that loved to live on the edge, regardless of what he was doing, and flying was right up his alley. Became a pilot, was stationed in Florida, and then was assigned to Vietnam in August of 1965. Plane was shot down October 1st, 1965, and has been listed as missing in action ever since. Hearing the news of when he was shot down to our family was really very difficult to handle.
The couple important things in my life, I think as a teenager I heard all the stories and we laughed about Uncle Marty because he played a lot of pranks, and I can tell you a lot of them because they told stories all the time, but I don't think I connected to the emotion of what happened to him until I became a mom. And I think that I don't know, it's like I understood the story a whole different way when I thought, or when I thought about it could be my brother or my son that never came home, and I understood how my grandmother couldn't make it through, and I understand how my dad was carrying the torch now with my grandfather and why that was so important. And I think that was, when I became a mom, was a really important step, and when my grandfather passed and the torch was then passed to my dad. We are thankful that we had someone in our family to show us the example of stepping up. And you might think I'm talking about my uncle, but I'm actually talking about my dad. And he has stepped up and shown us how to live and celebrate people and mourn, yes, but then to celebrate. And I'll be forever appreciative of that.
My name is John Wendland, and that might ring a bell with some people. I had an uncle that was in the war, in the first war, and he was one of 4 that lost their lives in the first war. His name was Frank Wendland, and there's one name that really means a lot to me. I never met him, I wasn't even born then. And I have a picture of him. He was my dad's oldest brother. My dad had the 2 older brothers that were in the first war. The other one was Walter. He made it through the war. He got home safe, but Frank didn't make it. And he was the boy. The man was the first war, the second war, or the other wars that came on had a lot of meaning to the people in Royal Oak, because we had so many of us fellows in the service and lost their lives. And one thing we gotta remember and not forget the ones got their names up there. And just don't take for granted that the freedom. As you know, we're going through this virus right now, and it's a shocker. And all of a sudden, we don't have the freedom that we used to have. So it's all about the freedom, and we pay the price. These guys behind it, there's 188 names out there. This is the reason why we got to keep this and keep respecting this war memorial and honoring them, because we cannot forget what they've done. They did everything. They gave their lives. To me, Can't ask for more than that.